So you guys remember this content creator. He's still a humongous artist, content creator that's known for drawing people on the train, right? Specifically in New York. So let's watch this clip on TikTok, which is on YouTube Shorts, tomato, but it was uploaded on TikTok. And I'll give you guys my 2 cents, all right? As an artist reacting to another artist in his video. So let's do it. Okay, so first off, this guy's an amazing artist, okay? Before I throw my 2 cents, he's really good, okay? So we all know the elephant in the room is that there is no way on God's green earth, let me even exaggerate zooming in, no way on God's green earth, right, that he was able to draw someone from observation with that level of precision, the level of lights and shadows, the level of detail within the frame of somebody sitting down while they're waiting to get off the train. Trust me, as a New Yorker, I don't live there anymore. There's no way. All right. No way. So I'm going to keep playing it and then I'm going to give you guys my 2 cents after, right? So you guys are seeing it. Look at this compilation, right? Look at that. Oh, look at that. Crazy, right? Pandemic time. Everybody had to look like Sub-Zero and Katana. All right, so now let's replaying it back. All right, so look at the level of detail that's there, right? We all know elephant in the room. Again, disclaimer. I'm not saying he ain't no artist, all right? He's not a fraud when it comes down to that. I'm saying in terms of the level of detail while somebody is sitting down, no way. The closest thing you could get from that is the possibility of like the person is knocked out. Like maybe a homeless person is just like chilling there the whole entire time, or somebody's just straight up knocked out like it's Saturday night and they had too many drinks and they passed out. Then when they wake up, it's like the last stop on the train, right? Those are the only time. And even when someone is knocked out, they still move around. You know what I'm saying? They still move around. So no one is on that high level, okay? Because I know some people who are non-artists are like, well, he's amazing. It's possible. No, it's not. It's not possible. Most likely, he took a picture of the person, right? And obviously, somebody's like the first guy. I don't know if he still is an influencer, but he was an influencer, this guy, right? So all of this is premeditated. It's all planned. None of this is improvised. Like, I don't know this guy and I'm just sitting on a train. He just so happened to draw me. Like, no, it is all curated and it's for entertainment purposes. So look at this. Like, come on, man. Look at look at the level of detail. All right, let me show you guys a difference, okay? This was over 10 years ago. Drawing from observation when I used to live in New York and I was drawing on a train, right? Look at that with a big sketchbook. Do I do that now? Hell no. But this was back then. You see the sketchiness of it? You see how I have to draw really fast because I don't know if the person's going to get up and leave. You see all that? That's what I'm talking about. Those are the type of sketches you will have, right? Whether it's a ballpoint pen or using a pencil. You got to get that level of sketching. You ain't going to get this. This is a full-blown, like, perfectly developed lights and shadows. You're not going to get that. It's going to be very scratchy. This looks very defined, even down to the frizziness of his hair, which shout out to him because that is really hard to get African hair texture. So he was able to capture that. There's no way you're going to be able to capture that if someone is legit sitting down and looking around. And for the most part, when people notice that you're drawing them, they get very testy, okay? Like some people don't like that because they don't know that you're drawing them. So they feel like in New York, people don't like to be looked. Everybody gets angry over anything. You breathe next to them like, hey, yo, why you breathing next to me, man? Why you breathing so hard, man? Yo, stop breathing like that, man, before I smack you. Like, we're very sensitive in New York, let alone someone to draw you. And I used to have a few incidences where, quick story time, when I drew someone, right, they noticed, and you know what they did? Because I caught them while they was in the middle of sleeping. This is what they was doing. They was like sleeping, kind of woke up, they sensed something, they seen that I was drawing them, and I was like, and then they turned their whole entire body. And at that point, it's like, well, I just have to improvise because it's a wrap. I can't really like look at them as reference because the reference is gone. The whole positioning changed, right? So let's read some of the comments here in terms of what people said about this. I bet the first dude that saw that was like gorgeous. First of all, that was all orchestrated because that first guy is of popular TikTok content creator. I don't know if he is now, but he was, right? What a satisfaction you feel when you make a person happy. I'm telling you, man, like, don't believe in what you see anymore. Don't believe in what you see. This was the part of the internet I love. These guys look like, oh, you know what? Let me actually read it with, let me move this over here so you guys can like look at the comments. Oh, like you guys can't even see the comments. Anyway, you don't need to see it. I'll just read it for you. Well, this was part of the internet I love. These guys look like they was having a rough day, and you made them smile. Making people smile is the best thing a person can do. I believe it. It's not real. They know each other. It wasn't making the person smile. They know each other. They're like, hey, how you like to be in my video? Sure. Just pretend as if I'm just like, pretend as if you're sitting down, and you're just minding your business. And I'm going to, draw you. And I even already drew this. I'm just going to give it to you. So you got to, pretend to be surprised. Like, oh, snap, you just drew me. Oh, damn. Yo, hey, yo, he just drew me. Hey, yo, son, chill, son. Chill. All right, so what else is they saying? I can't hear pictures, but when I see that guy, I just hear gorgeous. I cannot hear pictures. This young man is so wholesome and friendly, outgoing. That's how we should be all the time. We'd be much happier. I'm going to pray that everyone will be blessed and friendly with each other, including me. May our Lord Jesus Christ, Jesus Christ be blessed. The United States of America. Amen. What? What a patriot. Look at that. Oh, man. Come on. Come on. What? Look at this one. You could tell. There's no way. No way. Let me X out the comments. No way. No way. All that line work and precision with the lights and shadows. No way. I know you think, oh, you're a hater. I'm not hating. The sketch is amazing. I'm not critiquing the sketch. I'm just critiquing the reality of the execution of the sketch, because it gives a false reality that when someone sees this, like, wow, I'm inspired that I can draw. And then when they draw people, it's going to end up looking more like this. And then you may feel like, oh, man, I'm not as good as this guy. Well, the reality is he's not as good either. He had more time. And it made it seem like he did it. And I know I've seen other videos where he's actually like working on it, but you can always, it's edited. It's not in real time. It's all edited. That's why a lot of my videos you guys seen this shameless plug, it's not really edited. Well, the shorts are, but the long format is from beginning to the end, and it takes a while. I would say, even as being an amazing artist, right? I would even say this probably took at least an hour or 30 minutes tops. And most people on the train, granted, they could be on the train for an hour, right? But the amount of moving, and especially, not to be all, but certain race, let's put it that way, they don't stay on the train that long. They don't go all the way to the Bronx, okay? They are usually on the train for like 20 minutes. So there's no way you could get this level of detail executed in 20 minutes while the train is moving. Key word, while the train is moving. It's just not going to happen. And it gives a false reality. You know, again, seeing is not always believing. So let's read some of the other comments. What did people say? What an awesome talent. You need a gallery, dude. This was 3 years ago. I mean, the guy is beyond needing a gallery. The guy is balling. What else did he say? The first guy is big brother of speed. Okay. Yeah, he knows the guy's a content creator. What else did he say? Third guy, may the force be with you, my friend. Okay, all this is like really old. Yeah. Okay, so what's the most like recent? Where do I go to like the newest? Newest first. What did people say 2 days ago? Wow, artist. Looks dope. Devon's ability to make people happy with a simple gesture is unbelievable. What else are they saying? Definitely an art ministry. How great thou art. Art, how great it. Oh my gosh, that's so good. How do people draw so good? Years and years of trial and error, just like any discipline in life, right? Yes, you also need talent, but it requires the mixture of talent and skill. And if you have the talent, then you can, which is potential, then you just keep going through the trial and error, and you just get better and better. And be humbled, because if you're not humbled, you could become stagnant. So be humbled, just accept certain things that you have flaws of, and then just try to grow from there. Gorgeous. I don't understand the reaction of the first, but fantastic. I mean, it's all entertainment in the end of the day. All right. So what do you guys think? Let me know with that. I'll read a few more. You are so artistic. Okay. Wow. I'm like this. Okay. Then people are giving him so much high praise. Why first one was angry is all part of entertainment. He wasn't angry. Bro did not want to draw him. Bro, you don't understand. It's entertainment. Bro, the fourth guy was an absolute beautiful WTF. People in the comment section. There's so many different diverse people in NYC. That is true. The one comment I agree with. What else are they saying? Okay, that's in different language. That's in a different language. I love the compilation. Okay, respect. Why did the first guy look pissed off? Again, propaganda. He wasn't pissed off. This all premeditated, all planned. None of this is real. Might as well be a tattoo artist if you're not already. Make that money. You don't need to be a tattoo artist. The guy is balling. All right. First guy looks like I don't know what that is. Okay. When you saw someone get robbed and you're like, hold up, let me draw them real quick. Very realistic. Keep up the kind drawings. I'm telling you, I have never, and there are people who are extremely talented. Extremely. I'm talking about like I used to go to art school. There was a few people there that was straight up gifted. Like when I mean gifted, as in like they just make something easily. And then I'm just like, how did you just do that? Like, I don't know, bro. I don't know. I just do it, bro. They're just people like that. And there's levels to it, right? Certain people, like most people like myself, you got to work hard and progress and get better over time. There's others who just don't really have to lift a finger. They can just make something out of nothing. Some of my professors was like that too. But again, even so, not on this level. Not on this level. All right? Like, look at that. Not on that level. No. I know some people could say, well, technically, it must have been on a really small sketchbook because if you look at its fingers and the proportion of that, I mean, your sketchbook is bigger. I mean, yes, I have smaller sketchbooks too, and it's like around the same size right here, right? And even so, you're not going to be able to capture that level of detail. You know, like I've done recent drawings where, and again, it's like I know some people might be like, "Why are you comparing yourself? What's wrong with this damn string? Why are you comparing yourself to him? You shouldn't compare yourself." It's not about a comparison. It's about being realistic with what happened. Okay, you cannot look at the level of detail on the hair of the lights and shadows and the capture of that. Everything is so clean and polished. This takes longer than a train ride. This is more of something you take a picture of the person and then you draw it in your house or somewhere, right? In the comfort of your home or whatever it is, right? You don't just do it there. And if you do it there, they probably was sitting down for a longer time as the train going back and forth. That's another you know, another observational critique that I'm giving. Again, this is all allegedly, as people say nowadays. That's just my opinion. I'm thinking either A, obviously we know all this is pre-planned, right? They know each other, right? So it's either A, they sat down the whole entire time until the drawing was done, right? So that must have been like an hour, give or take, right? Or the artist, Devon, must have drew the whole thing already, right? And then just gave it to the person and made it seem like he probably has two different sketches. One where it seems as if he's about to start the drawing, and then the other one that is like legit done. So by editing it, it makes it seem like he did it in one take. But no, that's not the case. So again, like all of these drawings that I've done here, right? Superman, Batman, all of this is like a half render, half black and white. Death Stranding, you know, it's like the same type of size, right? And this took 2 hours. They each took 2 hours to make. Not an hour, not 30 minutes, not drawing somebody in this high level on the train. Okay. So I'm going to read a few more and let's see here. The seats on trains overseas seems like they hurt your butt. Funny enough, it ain't comfortable. It's dirty. It ain't comfortable in New York. Trust me on public transportation. But it did get cleaner though. They got cleaner, but they're not going to invest in making the seats comfortable because homeless people have the tendency of, you know, making that their home. So they try their best to kick them out of the train, especially during wintertime. What else are they saying? What happens if you're drawing someone and they leave before you're done? You know what happens? That's called reality. This ain't reality. This is all planned. Reality, yes, they do get up and leave. And I have many occasions where I'm literally starting the drawing of a particular person and then they get up and leave the next stop. And I'm like, damn. So then right in the middle of that, I have to improvise, look at somebody else, use that form and try to turn it into a different person. Yeah, I've done that because you can't control the outcome. Some people, they're only there for one stop. And then there's others, they could be there for a while, but the issue is that they move around all the time. Either they're on their phones, they're like this, they're doing this, doing this. They do this. They're looking up. They're looking at when's the next stop. They look down. Then they look up. Then they look down. And then they could tell for some reason, like they could feel it in their soul that someone is looking at them. So they'll do this, like act like you're me and you're drawing me, right? And I'm just like, and once that happens, that's that look right there. Mm-hmm. That's the look. You guys made eye to eye contact. Yep. You guys are looking at each other. Two things can happen. Either one, the person is noticing and they're all cool with it. They're like, what is, like, you know, the small talk, like, oh, you're an artist. What school you go to? What do you do for a living? Blah, 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 you know, which is cool, right? Or the second one, which is the one I always don't like. They feel threatened or they feel uncomfortable. They're just bitter. Maybe they had a bad day at work or whatever they're going through, and they just don't give you no type of energy, as in negative energy. Like, yo, you could tell I'm drawing you, and they'll just turn their pivot completely to a different position, and now you're like, damn, why you have to do that, man? Why you have to do me dirty like that? But I miss those times, honestly. I miss it. But like I said, people, what do you guys agree with me? You guys disagree with me? If you guys want me to do more reactions of Devon Rodriguez, again, he is the top dog when it comes down to drawing from observation, New York style. I think he like leveled up, like completely leveled up. He's on God mode. Like now he's like drawing celebrities. He does like sit down interviews, and he either paints them or draw them on a sketch and talk about their life story. So again, no hate on him. His stuff is amazing, right? That's just my opinion when it came down to 3 years ago when he was doing stuff like this. All right. So let me know what you guys think down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.